guys, this is the founder of Buildingwealthinc. Inc. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for taking your time to tune in and to watch this video. While you're still on that, hit the like, subscribe and notification button so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. With that said, let's get into it. So yeah, today is New Year's Eve. We're at the last day of 2023, and I just want to thank God that we've been able to make it this far, and be able to live in this moment whereby we get to see the light of a new day, and we get to celebrate the end of the year and our achievements, if ever we achieved anything. And also this is also the time where we should be planning to to become better versions of ourselves the coming year. If ever we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish in this year, we still have an opportunity to do great things, as time is linear, as time is not a loop. So you shouldn't look at it in a sense that you missed out if ever you didn't manage to accomplish your goals, because time is constant, and as much as we have a lot of it, we're also running out of it. So with the little time that you have, instead of worrying and complaining about what you could have done, rather embrace that and seize the next coming opportunity to accomplish and to pursue your goals. So with that said, like I said, it's the last day of the year. To me it doesn't really matter, because my idea and concept of time alone doesn't really put me in a position whereby I'm head over heels that the year's come to an end. I have to be celebrating, popping crickets, popping bottles, selling in the club or things like that. Now that's not really my taste. I'm just glad to be alive and to be around in this moment, and to be recording this for whoever's gonna watch this and whoever's gonna gain value from this. So pretty much don't really care that the year's come to an end. I just want to step into the new year, and like I said, to me time is not a loop. Time is linear, time is constant. There's no such thing as the past, there's no such thing as the present. The only thing that we have is the future. So we're currently living in the future right now, and that to me helps me to understand that I need to move with time, I need to evolve with time. As much as things are not the same 10 years ago, I shouldn't be the same person that I was last minute, the past minute. Yeah, I shouldn't be the same person I was 5 minutes ago. I shouldn't be the same person I was an hour ago. But in a sense that I have evolved and transformed for the better, and I've become a better version of myself. So I think we should all aspire to become that and also pursue great things. But let me not talk too much. Let me just get into what I'm here for. So as you can see, this is the dollar index. I'm gonna start off with the dollar index. I'm just gonna try and predict what is it that I'm expecting to see the market do in the next coming year, and how we can take advantage of that. But not to do anything crazy, I'll just go over what is it that I'm seeing on the DXY. So I've also understood the idea of consistency, and by the way, since I'm uploading on my YouTube channel, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm making money or a lot of money. In that sense, I'm still on that journey of trying to find a sense of consistency and implementing those ideologies in my life, in a sense that it will help me to grow consistently with discipline, you understand? So it's pointless to make money when you're financially literate, and that's what I noticed with myself in this year. Like, I was able to make money, but then if you check my bank account now, like I have to start all over. I have to start all over, you know, and invest again, start trading again. You understand? So for me, I'm not really happy with that and my progress when it comes to that. So I've been investing in things like books, for example, like the psychology of money. That is what I'm currently reading. I'm trying to understand how money works because I have a system, I have a skill that that can generate me money on a certain basis, but there's no point in me utilizing the skill if ever what I cannot manage the outcome of what my skill is producing. You understand? I'll just be working backwards, and again, time is linear. Time moves forward, it's constant. So I can't be working backwards. I need to move with time. But then, with that said, I'm not gonna dwell much on my personal stuff or my personal development. But either way, this whole Building Wealth Investments Inc. is just a reflection of my progress and who I am and how far I've come in this industry. And I don't necessarily see myself selling courses or signals or whatsoever. Maybe I'd do that for free. I'd do that for free, not sell though, because I don't want people to have this idea that I'm made or I became successful through their money. No, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of achieving through this. So I don't really need anyone's money, to be quite honest. I don't really need anyone's money. So okay, let's go into the DXY. As you can see, this is the monthly time frame. I think I'm gonna end on the daily time frame since we're not looking for entries right now. We're just trying to understand the direction of where the market is going. So we can see that okay, we've been on a bullish trend on the DXY. We can see that we had this impulse, and then we had this corrective move, and then we had this impulse again. Now the market corrected, and we're likely to have an impulse if ever the market is not going to continue going to the downside. Understand? So I put this as my resistance area to have an understanding of why the market turned here, and this indicates to me why the market turned there. I don't really know what this means, to be quite honest, because it's something that I recently discovered, and it has been generating consistent profits for me. So despite me not knowing what that is, it works for me. I just cannot explain it. You understand? And me not being able to explain it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't know, because it's a discovery that I came across on my own. I didn't learn it from somebody. So if ever I had learned it from somebody, I was gonna break it down for you the way that I learned it. But then since I learned it on my own, it's something that I still have to backtest, of which is what I've been doing. I've just been backtesting this strategy, and it is quite a phenomenal strategy, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna be making a lot of bank in the next coming year. Hopefully, hopefully my life is gonna change, and I believe that heavily based off of where I've come from to where I am right now, and the progress that I've seen from the time that I started to where I am now. I strongly believe that a lot is gonna happen in the next coming year, and it's just gonna be beautiful, inspiring, and motivating at the same time, for whoever's gonna be following me. So yeah, I mean, okay, looking at the DXY, I can see that okay, we had this nice impulsive move, and then we had this nice correction. So according to what structure is telling me here, or according to this new strategy that I learned or that I came across, I wouldn't say I discovered, because it's likely that somebody else out there uses this similar type of strategy. So it mostly focuses on the most recent support and resistance, in a sense that you don't have to refer to past data, but to what is happening currently in the market. in the price action. Like for example, here we can see that we had this candlestick here, and then it gave us a rejection, and then look at the opening of this other bearish candlestick here. It opened right below the close of this candlestick, where there was this week, and this week got filled with a bearish candlestick. So this to me indicates that we are likely to have a what you call this, a push to the downside, a small push to the downside, but then we'll get more clarity when we dive into the lower time frames. But for now, what I'm seeing is that also here we had this nice gap here. We had this nice gap here, and then we can see that okay, the market broke below, came and tested, and then sold, tried to buy, came and tested, sold, tried to buy, broke, gave us a false breakout, then it sold. So I have an understanding that whenever we are below this area here, we are looking for selling opportunities. Like, my handwriting is bad. It's not even a handwriting. Do you even call it a handwriting if you're using a mouse to write? Is it a handwriting? But yeah, I'm using my hand to write, so it is. Fuck, I don't know. Okay, either way, let's focus on this here. So okay, let me try use this comment here. So whenever we are below, let me write this price level here, 105,411. One price level, let's say 350. Selling opportunities. Did I spell that right? No, not as much. So whenever we just below here, I understand that okay, we should be looking for sales. And also this market failed to give us a lower high. So we can see that we had a higher high, and instead of giving us a lower high at this point here, it just shot below. So this indicates to me that okay, we have a strong momentum to the downside. So what I would like to see also, no, I don't want to really make things complicated. What I'd like to see also is something like a test here, and then a push to the downside. But where is the market gonna reverse if ever? Let's say this is a correction, right? So I'm trying to plot my golden zone. This is even beautiful. So it makes sense why the market would want to reverse here. So here's my golden zone. Should I go into the weekly? Yeah, fuck it, let's go into the weekly. I actually made a prediction on this, that price is gonna sell. If ever you were to look at my other videos or my previous videos, you'd see that I literally called this whole move to the downside. Price was still somewhere here, and it's been selling, it's been going to the downside. So okay, to clarify things, I can see that the market didn't really test here. Okay, it did test there, but it's also likely to come down to this point here, because okay, I'd also like to see what the market would do, what the market is gonna do actually when it comes to this point here. So I know that okay, if ever we break below here, then we're gonna sell off and then look for our buying opportunities. And this makes sense. Let me just remove this, and then we'll just be looking for our buying opportunities. I think with this I'm kind of like forcing, but then the structure kind of like makes sense. The structure makes sense because for price to come back all the way down to here, especially the dollar index, I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's a really rare case because we haven't came back to this point since since 2021. So the market has been bullish since 2021, 24 May. Funny enough, since on my birthday, dog, if ever I was trading at this time and I had an idea or a sense of this whole move, imagine, dog. And so here, my position here on my birthday, I'm just fantasizing now. On my birthday, and then take it all the way up to here, of which I don't think I was gonna hold this position for. Okay, this was 24 May up until, let's say this came 26 September. How many months? I'm very bad at math, so I won't calculate that because it's gonna take time. Rather, I just move on. So okay, this is what I'm expecting to see because I strongly believe that we are still on a bullish. We still on a bullish trend, but then what I believe doesn't matter. What matters is what the market is gonna tell us as time goes on. When the new year comes, obviously we're gonna have news releases. We're gonna have all those fundamentals that are gonna be shaping the conditions of the environment, of the market environment. So I'm just making speculations right now. I'm not saying this is what is exactly going to happen, but I'm just thinking in probabilities that okay, if this happens, this is how I'm gonna involve myself in the market. If this happens, this is how I'm gonna involve myself in the markets. That's pretty much it. So okay, I can see that okay, we're likely to have that push to the downside. Let me just clean my charts real quick. I'm gonna go into the daily. So in the daily, it's interesting to see what price did. So okay, I can see why price came to this point and started buying, but then does this mean that we are finally going up? Are we finally looking for bullish opportunities, or are we finally going to continue with our trend to the upside? I don't know. But another thing that makes me strongly believe that the DXY might sell, it's because of Bitcoin. Because I predicted that Bitcoin is gonna create new highs. I believe that Bitcoin is going to reach 100K. That might happen in the coming year or two, but at some point in time, Bitcoin is gonna reach 100K. I think that the highest it's been is 60 something thousand. That's the highest Bitcoin has been. That's the highest high, right? Yeah, 69,000 US dollars. So one Bitcoin was at a point in time worth 69,000 US dollars. One Bitcoin. And it's crazy because if you go back to my first video, I predicted this whole dog, like, it's crazy. And it just goes to show that being a trader really all comes down to how you handle yourself. Because as much as I was able to predict this move, I wasn't even involved in this move. As much as I was like, okay, this is what's gonna happen, I wasn't able to involve myself in these moves because of of me personally. You understand? In a sense that it's not about your trading methodology or your trading system. It's not really about that, to be quite honest. It's not really about that because I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and I can finally conclude and say trading is all about intuition. The more you show up and do the same thing consistently with discipline, the more you are likely to handle yourself and act in an appropriate manner and become confident enough to trust yourself to be able to make decisions whenever you're inside these market conditions. Because there are so many trades that I predicted but I was never involved in, and I was like, okay, I have this skill, but then what made me to lose? You find that you're taking losses more than your wins, yet you predicted the right direction. You find that you're adding positions whereby you're not supposed to be adding positions, those kind of things. But then I was like, okay, I'm glad that I was humbled to a point whereby I had to sit back and really find out what really is trading. Because to be honest, the trading system is one thing and trading psychology is another thing, and those things need each other in order for them to work. You can't have one thing and not have the other. You understand? So I'm like, okay, I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I trust and I have confidence in the skill, but in the psychology of things is what made me to miss out on this whole movement. But then it's not a train smash. The market is always moving, and opportunities are still gonna present themselves. We just have to get better and fix our flaws. You understand? So, okay. With that said, I can see that. Okay, let me go back to the daily. On the daily, we have this falling channel being printed here. But could I say this is a reversal pattern? I don't know. But this could happen. We could have a third touch here. Oh, sorry about that. We could have a third touch here, then continuation to the downside, or we could have a break about this area, retest, then continue going to the upside. That is my take on what I'm seeing on the DXY. So it's important that we analyze what the DXY is going to do, the dollar index, because it is very influential, especially when it comes to the pairs that I trade. So this is pretty much what's on my watch list for the next coming year. I'm going to remove silver, and then I'm gonna add, okay, since these are popular, I'm just gonna add them. A good friend of mine by the name King from Forex Predators, he trades Nasdaq a lot. So since I'm currently staying with him, I'm just gonna add it. And also USD. So this past, actually in this month, I made money from gold and US oil. I've consistently made money from gold and US oil, and also Bitcoin, because I also sometimes trade Bitcoin. I find that I'm bored on the weekend, and I'm like, I just wanna trade, and I just wanna trade. I'm just gonna enter Bitcoin and also Ethereum, since they move the same. I had Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's been a while since I checked Ethereum. There's no analysis here. There's no analysis here. Okay, that's right. Let me not waste any more time, because I can see we are 24 minutes in, 25 minutes in, and I'm still on the dollar index. But then once you know the overall direction on the dollar index, it becomes easier for you to be able to trade other what you call this, other pairs which are trading against the dollar or for the dollar. So this is my area of interest here. I'd like to see the market pull back into this area if ever we're gonna be selling, and then continue going high. And then let's jump into gold. So with what gold is telling me, I'll just go on from the daily time frame just to do things real quick. With what gold is telling me, you can see that okay, we have these beautiful highs and lows. We're going to the 4 hour. I might as well even just give a signal for gold when the market opens on Tuesday. I think Monday is gonna be bank holiday. I think I didn't check. Let us check. Will it allow me to go out? No. I'm not risk. So okay, wait. This area was here now. So this price is pretty choppy. It's not clear. It's not quite clear. But then as a professional, we think in probabilities. So either way, if it goes that way, we know. If it goes that way, we already know. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. So yeah, here's what I'm looking for. So okay, gold. What are you telling me? Are you saying to me that you wanna sell? Are you saying to me that you really wanna sell? So if ever gold is gonna sell, I know that okay, we're likely going to come to this point here. So how does then the DXY support this idea? Let's go into the DXY. Oh, okay. Look at the structure that we have here on the DXY. This is the 1 hour, by the way. So you see, it kind of like makes sense. On the DXY, we have a falling channel, a descending channel type structure, of which we know that when we have this kind of structure, we like to break to the upside. And then on the dollar, on gold, we have an inverse perspective. Instead, we are seeing a rising channel or an ascending channel, I mean, of which it kind of makes sense. So if the dollar is telling us that it's gonna drop for quite some time, then we should also look for a much more major drop. But this would be our first CP because I don't really like structures like this. First search, second search, third search. And then our last CP would be here. But then what is it that is supporting my idea of taking my TP here? Okay, I see. Okay, so yeah, this makes sense. So for gold, should I give a signal? Let me see. If ever there's a signal that's presenting itself, I'll give a signal. 15 minutes. Let's see what's happening here. So I can see we had a change of character here. or we broke structure here. We had a break of structure, not a change of character. So okay, with this here, I can see we are likely to. So if ever we're gonna be selling, we wait for the market to push up and then sell from this point here. If ever we're gonna be selling, and then if ever we're gonna be buying, here's the structure. So it could happen that the market would come back here, give us a dead touch, and then give us a dead touch, and continue going to the upside, or maybe just test here, then go to the downside, because we can see that we are creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. So we had a higher high, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high. It didn't create. We have a higher low. So we are waiting to see price create a lower high for us to be confident in taking those buying opportunities. But for now, it seems like the market might sell off for quite some time, unless if we break the structure. Unless if we break the structure here, and then this is what I'll be looking for: a break above here, come and test, and complete this 90% rule. So the market is likely to come back to this point also because of here, this gap here. So this is where our TP would be, our take profit. What else am I gonna analyze? US oil. Let's take a look at US oil. I love this pair, dog. I love this pair so much. Something like 30 minutes already. So with US oil, yeah, you can pretty much see. It seems like we're also gonna be selling here. Seems like we might sell off for quite some time. So we may see the market come down to this point here, and then here Zella will be looking for buys, sells, depending on whether we have a break, retest, and then continuation to the downside. Because according to the history of this market, we understand that whenever the market is below this area here, then we are likely to sell, and then whenever the market is above this area, we are likely to buy. Understand? So it's as simple as that. This is the weekly time frame. I will leave you to figure that out. Oh, also let me also add something for my watch list next to GBPUSD. Also GBPUSD. Isn't the one that I had in analysis on? My charts are clean already. Hey, that's crazy. Okay. So price here is telling me that we are likely going to come back to this high here. So if price fails to what you call this, to break above this area here, if it fails to break above this area, then we're gonna be looking to sell off. Right, we're gonna be looking to sell off. Let's check out. Okay, we're gonna be looking to sell off. So that is my take on what I'll be expecting to see next year. And also, I'm also gonna try to be as consistent as I can be when it comes to uploading videos and just uploading content. I'll probably do things like day in a life, just to show my progress, and maybe I'll start showing even more of myself, like me, my image, me, myself like this. Maybe I'll also start doing that, but then, yeah, as of now, let's just keep on pushing, and I wish you all a happy new year. Yeah, I just pray that God guides us and He He blesses the coming year. I ask for Jesus to be with us and for Him to cover us by His precious blood, and also be the light in our lives, and may He be the light that we seek. May He be the light in times we find ourselves in darkness. I pray that He enlightens us and He blesses us with His wisdom so that we are able to live a fulfilled and peaceful life. I pray that whatever it is that we set our minds to, we achieve it. So be careful of what you set your mind to, because as we thinketh, so we are. What you think is what you become. What you set your mind to is a reflection of your perception. You are who you say you are. So, say good things about yourself, be positive, love yourself, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the video. I'm just grateful, man. I'm just grateful that I'm alive. I have family, I have people who love me. As much as I'm really quiet and really private. So to those who think that I'm ghosting them or anything like that, it's not like that. It's just that that's just how I am, that's just how I am. But then doesn't mean that I love you any less or I've forgotten about you. It doesn't really mean that. I just wish you all the best in all that you do. Like I genuinely wish you all the best, and yeah, one day the light is gonna shine on us, the light is gonna shine on us. Once again, I'm grateful, and thank you once again for tuning in, for taking your time to watch this whole entire video. It's like 40 minutes already. But it's I hope it was worthwhile, and shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. And yeah, that's it for the video. Until I upload again, shalom. And that means peace. Peace out. No, I'm trying to pause this thing. Oh fuck, my phone is locked. 38, 27, 20. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.